Welcome back once again to the ESA News Desk. I'm Ed Highland. The role of Southern Research and Acelerex in the deployment of 35 gigawatts of energy storage by 2025. That's the subject. I'm joined now by principals with both Southern and also Acelerex, Randell Johnson and also Bert Taube. Welcome, gentlemen, to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Let's start off a little bit, Bert, if you wouldn't mind. Tell us about Southern Research and Acelerex, this partnership, and the role of the partnership to contribute to energy storage development.
Yeah, my name is Bert Taube. I'm leading the energy storage and solar PV research and test programs. The partnership with Acelerex allows us to build a world-class research and testing infrastructure, which can really address innovative software capabilities to research and test energy storage systems in a grid environment. It allows us to emulate systems that we don't really have in hardware. So it really offers us research services to prove the economics, and all those things are really critical. And of course, it's a pleasure to work with Randell Johnson, who is an industry veteran. So that helps us a great deal.
Obviously, a lot of excitement about this partnership. Randell, if you would, what have been some of the most significant business advances made by Acelerex in the past year or so?
Sure. We've been focused on the quantification of energy storage and the value streams of energy storage, the benefits of energy storage. And so we're helping with regulators, with energy departments, with utilities to help them understand the benefits of energy storage and quantifying those. With Southern Research, we're very pleased to help with as well extending methods that have been used in other jurisdictions around the U.S. to help start to inform and understand where energy storage can play a role in the values of energy storage.
Bert, let's jump over to you and talk a little bit about the significant business advances that are anticipated by Southern Research, say, over the next year or so.
Yeah, critical for us is really to complete the development of the software infrastructure that really gives us all these unique capabilities, and also to build an in front and behind the meter test beds that we will use to test real systems. So they will be tied to a grid load in front of the meter. It's multi-sided, so we can entertain multiple systems at the same time. We will also entertain a mini grid, you could say, behind the meter, where we can really improve power quality, where we can really lower our energy cost actually. So all those things are ahead of us, and of course we want to provide valuable services to the utility customers because they are an important stakeholder group for us.
Let me ask, how do these business advances made by Southern Research and Acelerex open up the energy storage market industry?
Sure. Part of energy storage is it can do many things. And so part of the advances to understand how energy storage will play a role is to quantify its impacts to reliability, its impacts to economics. So where we're helping with Southern Research is to look forward 10 years, look forward 5 years, and see applications of energy storage, and the benefits of energy storage, and then also set up tests to be able to test the energy storage doing those applications. Full system tests at Southern Research to then see how to evolve and help inform local stakeholders and other stakeholders of how to grow the industry and how to move in a de-risking in a positive way.
And how about you, Bert? How's this opening things up for Southern Research as well?
At this point in time, energy storage is very much in fashion, but the big scale deployments haven't happened. And so in order to make that happen, we really have to validate the various technologies, have to find the best locations for these systems, have to prove out the economics in order to satisfy the regulators, create markets. So just what Acelerex is really doing with really unique world-class research services. First, you have to know what your market is. You have to know where the locations are, and then you can really go after certain things, certain technologies, and you can prove them out really by tying them into the grid, for example, creating an environment for the testing that is for real. And that's what we are after, because ultimately the testing, the de-risking, is a critical component in the value chain here to really make energy storage scale to the gigawatt that have been identified for the markets that Randell Johnson actually identified.
Let's look into the crystal ball a little bit, if you will, and project a little bit. So what do you see are critical developments at Southern Research and Acelerex, say, over the next coming months or so? Bert, maybe you can start on that one.
Yeah, again, really completing the good part of the development of the software infrastructure, but also building the hardware infrastructure with a grid tie that can allow to entertain systems up to 1 megawatt that allows us basically to do islanding, for example, which is a critical component. To look at Black Start, for example, as a use case application that not so many can do. Look at stacked services, which identify really the economic benefits that each service in the stack has, which is currently not really done. And again, Randell Johnson, Acelerex, they really have developed methods, algorithms that really support this. So this for us is huge. We have more on the table. We're still building more of an advisory board, which is a strong utility chapter, with a strong vendors chapter, with a strong research chapter. It's a journey.
Well, it sounds like a profitable and a very positive one as well. Randell, some thoughts?
Sure. So going on what Bert had said about energy storage testing, we find that that's very important at the system level. There's been a lot of cell testing, but the system level testing. And then if you combine that with the grid analytics to find out where the storage is located, what we can do with the Southern Research and the Acelerex partnership is we can design the grids of tomorrow, today, with energy storage, make them more robust, and in the Southeast, help contribute to hurricane resilience, weather-related events, and energy storage can play a role there, as well as economically helping to, with microgrids and other grids, and through the partnership and through the testing, I think we've got a very nice combination.
Yeah. And finally, just a personal question. You guys seem to get along really well. How critical is it to have companies that can work together in this fashion? I mean, you like each other, you like to move forward, you bounce ideas off of each other. How is this collaboration working for both of you?
I think it's a combination of disagreement and agreement, and being able to patch up the differences.
So it's truly a marriage then.
Well, it's a way we work. It's the way you work to be able to. The Southern Research has big visions. It has a 75-year history, and it's moving into energy storage research. And those visions that have come from that 75-year history is coming in and applying principles. And what we're trying to do is enable that vision. Enable that vision to enable energy storage and get into cleaner, renewable systems. We have shared understanding of that. So even if we have some differences or disagreements, we can still get to that shared understanding ultimately.
Agree or disagree, Bert?
I agree, but I think we didn't have too many disagreements.
We haven't had many.
I had the privilege to get to know Randell a little more than a year ago, and ever since I enjoyed really this how this developed. How this came together. This has been a great ride, and it really is very complementary, very symbiotic, this relationship, because, like I said, Acelerex has an incredible amount of depth, expertise on the research side, combined with the software development expertise. I mean, you see a lot of consulting firms today, but they don't understand software. Or you have software companies that don't understand the knowledge side of things, the domain, right? But to have both, that's an incredible benefit. And I can clearly see this in an industry veteran like Randell Johnson is. And at the same time, we share a lot of background. We're both electrical engineers. We both are sharing the passion for automation, for systems, for software, for analytics, for all this technology that the software industry comes out with. And I think that's why we decided really to go down the path. We have a software-centric, world-class, unique, innovative test and research approach. And that gives us lots of flexibility and saves us really a good amount of money as well.
On that note, gentlemen, we look forward to the future.
Yeah.
Bert, Taube, Randell Johnson, thank you so much for joining us. This is the ESA News Desk.